Donityananda Parabja Kadunarena Bushito Yaktachano Purachincho Vavande Vyasadupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindascha Ganaisaha Jayanti Patakas Ch.Ch Sarvesham Gurunartino. So we've had a few days special remembrance of our Gurudev, and now we are continuing with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are at the end of the Ramananda Sambad, this meeting between Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. So this is at the conclusion of their discussion, which has gone on for some days. Ek samshoy mor achoye hridoye kripa kori koho more taha nishchoye. Ramananda Rai then said that he had but one doubt within his heart, and he petitioned the Lord, "Please be merciful upon me and just remove my doubt." Pahile dekilo tomar sanyasi swarup, ebe toma dekimui shamago parup. Ramananda Rai then told Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "At first I saw you appear like a sannyasi, but now I am seeing you as Shama Sundar, the cowherd boy." Tomar samuke deki kanchan pachalika, targor kante tomar sarvangadaka. I now see you appearing like a golden doll, and your entire body appears covered by a golden luster. Tahate prakata deko savam shivadan, nanabhave chanchal tahe kama noyam. I see that you are holding a flute to your mouth, and your lotus eyes are moving very restlessly due to various ecstasies. He mata tomadeki hoy chamatkar, akapate kaha prabhu kana nihar. I actually see you in this way, and this is very wonderful. My Lord, please tell me without duplicity what is causing this. So the devotional eye of Ramananda Rai can see, through to who Mahaprabhu is. Mahaprabhu cannot hide in front of the loving eye of Ramananda. Prabhu kohe Krishna tomar gada prema hoy, premer swabhave jani ho nishchoy. The Lord replied, "You have a deep love for Krishna, and one who has such deep ecstatic love for the Lord naturally sees things in such a way. Please take this from me to be certain." Mahabhagavad deke stavar jangam, taha taha hoita Shri Krishna spuran. A devotee advanced on the spiritual platform sees everything movable and immovable as the Supreme Lord. For him, everything he sees here and there is but a manifestation of Lord Krishna. Stavar jangam deke na deke tar murti, sarvacha hoini jaishta devaspurti. The Mahabhagavat, the advanced devotee, certainly sees everything mobile and immobile, but he does not exactly see their forms. Rather, everywhere he immediately sees manifest the form of the Supreme Lord. And now Mahaprabhu is quoting this verse from Bhagavatam, just stating that Sarva Bhuteshu Ya Pashyad Bhagavad Bhavam Atmana Bhutani Bhagavatyatman Yesha Bhagavato Tamaha. A person advanced in devotional service sees within everything the soul of souls, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Consequently, he always sees the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the cause of all causes, and understands that all things are situated in him. So that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are these three famous verses which are describing the characteristics of the Kanishta Adhikar or Prakrita, Bhakta, as they're also referred to, Madhyam Adhikar and Uttam Adhikar, these three levels of Vaishnavas. And so here, in this verse is describing the nature of the Uttam Adhikar, the highest class Vaishnava. And the essential quality described there is that they only see Krishna everywhere. They cannot see anything wrong. They only see the Lord's presence. And so, for that reason, Srila Sridhar Maharaj explains that if the Uttamadhikar devotee descends to this world to act as guru, they have to descend to the Madhyamadhikar platform. They're actually Uttamadhikar, highest level Vaishnava. But in order to act as a guru, in order to rectify their disciples, in order to correct, then they must descend to a lower level where they can perceive such wrong. Because in their normal consciousness, they cannot. So Mahaprabhu, he's evading, Ramananda in this very clever way. Oh, you're seeing, I can understand why you're seeing Krishna in me, because you're Uttamadhikar Vaishnava. You can see Krishna everywhere. Now there's another quotation. This is one of the songs sung by the gopis during Krishna's absence. Vanalata Staravatmani Vishnum Yanjayantya Eva Pushpa Faladya Pranata Bhada Vitapa Madhudada Prema Hishta Tanavo Varishu Shma. The plants, creepers, and trees were full of fruits and flowers due to ecstatic love of Krishna. Indeed, being so full, they were bowing down. They were inspired by such deep love for Krishna that they were constantly pouring showers of honey. In this way, the gopis saw all the forests of Vrindavan. So this is their vision, the Braja gopis. They're seeing that everyone, of course, you could also argue this is Vrindavan, so it must be actually true that everything in the environment is engaged in Krishna's service. But this is also the vision of devotees of such a high caliber. They're seeing everything in connection with their Lord. Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he quotes some like Bengali poetry, someone who's expressing, expressing the mood of a devout person, saying, "Oh mountains, you are so high, have you seen God up there? Oh birds, you are soaring so high, have you seen our Lord?" You're connecting everything. When you're experiencing this deep subjective experience, then you're actually projecting it upon the environment, and you're seeing that everyone is connected with that. It's a type of wonderful madness.
I also heard one time, I think Sriyukta said it, like everything what we see, the nature in the material world is just to remind us of the spiritual world. I mean, it has the karma, the manifestation of all the soul, but it's just to remind us of the spiritual. Just for that purpose.
Yeah, with spiritual vision, one will see like that. There was Srila Sridhar Maharaj told that wonderful story. I'm trying to remember it. How a devotee they saw. It was something like one devotee saw some vultures in the sky, and then they connected that with how vultures, they like to eat from dead animals, and how like dead cows, and for the
Mridanga.
Was it something to do with the mridanga maybe?
Yeah. Had to do, I think, yeah.
But anyhow, this very like elaborate chain of events, and then they're connecting that with Krishna. You know? So something that might ordinarily be seen as something, you know, like vulture, something kind of nasty, but so they're always living. I mean, we saw that in Gurudev. Srila Gurudev, one very nice. I was going through Siddhanti Maharaj's notebooks, and there was one comment that I really appreciated, where he said how in Mauritius there was one mountain, and Gurudev said it reminded him of Guru Maharaj. So he called it Guru Maharaj Mountain. Because, you know, Guru means heavy, you know, so there's that expression, Guru heavier than the Himalayas, you know, Guru is heavy, fixed in the truth. So Gurudev's seeing a mountain, and that's reminding him of Guru Maharaj. And it's also, you know, probably it's the same section in Bhagavatam. It's also described, and those verses are also quoted elsewhere in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The Braja Gopis, they're like desperately looking for Krishna, and they're asking the animals, the trees, like, where did he go? You know, where is he? And then they're considering. Then they're coming up with some reason why none of them are responding. Like oh, the does, some male deer, they ask, oh, they're not responding because they're men and they're supporting Krishna, so they won't tell us where he's gone. Like they're like asking everyone, and then oh, they're so sad, they cannot answer us, they're crying too much. Like this, they have some reason why nobody's responding. They're desperately asking, you know, the plants, the trees, the deer, the peacocks, you know, have you seen Krishna? And then they're not getting a response. And then, oh, you're not answering because of this, you know. They're so deeply immersed in this consciousness, and they're, you know, that's extending to the environment. So Mahaprabhu is telling Ramananda, oh, you are a devotee like that. You are like one of those devotees. So you're seeing this vision in me. This is not reflective of who I am, but reflective of who you are and your devotional vision. Radha Krishna Tomar Mahaprema Hoy Jahata Radha Krishna Tomades Purai. Mahaprabhu continued, my dear Rai, you are an advanced devotee and are always filled with ecstatic love for Radha and Krishna. Therefore, whatever you see, anywhere and everywhere, simply awakens your Krishna consciousness. And Gurudev, he liked, he would quote these verses. He would relish, this exchange, this sweet, beautiful exchange between Ramananda and Mahaprabhu. But Ramananda is not impressed. He's not happy with the Lord's tricks. Raiko he Prabhu tumi chara badi bodhi morage nijarupa nakodi hochodi. Ramananda Rai replied, my dear Lord, please give up all these serious talks. Please do not conceal your real form from me. Nadikar bhavakanti koriyangikar nijarasa aswadite koriyachavatar. Ramananda Rai continued, my dear Lord, I can understand that you have assumed the ecstasy and bodily complexion of Srimati Radharani. By accepting this, you are tasting your own personal transcendental humor and have therefore appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nija Gura Karya Tomar Prema Swadan Anushange Prema Moy Koilechi Bhuvam. My dear Lord, you have descended in this incarnation of Lord Chaitanya for your own personal reasons. You have come to taste your own spiritual bliss, and at the same time you are transforming the whole world by spreading the ecstasy of love of Godhead. Apane aile more korite udar, ebe kapat koro tomar konvyavahar. My dear Lord, by your causeless mercy you have appeared before me to grant me liberation. Now you are playing in a duplicitous way. What is the reason for this behavior? Tobe hasi tare Prabhu, dekailo swarup, rasaraj mahabhav duye karup. Lord Shri Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, and Srimati Radharani is the personification of ecstatic love of Godhead. These two forms had combined as one in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This being the case, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed his real form to Ramananda Rai. Deki Ramananda hoila anande morchite, dorite na pare deho porila bhumite. Upon seeing this form, Ramananda Rai lost consciousness in transcendental bliss. Unable to remain standing, he fell to the ground. Prabhu tare hasta sparshi koraila chetan, sanyasir veshteki vishmita hoy noman. When Ramananda Rai fell to the ground unconscious, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu touched his hand and he immediately regained consciousness. But when he saw Lord Chaitanya in the dress of a sannyasi, he was struck with wonder. Alingan kori Prabhu koilo asva san, tomavina erup na deke anya jan. After embracing Ramananda Rai, the Lord pacified him, informing him, "But for you, no one has ever seen this form." So this is very significant. It is only to Ramananda Rai that Mahaprabhu revealed this form, and of Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu as one, and it is so. And then so this is very significant for us as aspiring members of the Gaura Saraswata line, because it is this vision, the vision of Ramananda Rai, that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established as his worship, as the worship of our group. So this is our Ishta Devata, these are our principal deities that are established in our missions. Shri Radha, Krishna and Mahaprabhu together on one altar. And so who is Ramananda Rai? That Mahaprabhu revealed this to him, such an intimate associate of the Lord.
Is Vishakha?
Yes, Vishakha Saki is Ramananda Rai. And Swarup Damodar is Lalita. And of course, there were a few others, very few, who knew Mahaprabhu's ontological position. Swarup Damodar, of course, and a few others. But it is only described that this particular, revelation, this form was revealed. It is only described in connection with Ramananda, though no doubt a few others, they knew of this. Mor tattva lilaras tomar gochare, ate verup dekailu tomade. Mahaprabhu confirmed, all the truths about my pastimes and mellows are within your knowledge. Therefore I have shown this form to you. Goranga nahimur radhanga sparshan, gopenja sutta vinateho nasparshe anyajan. Actually, my body does not have a fair complexion. It only appears so because it has touched the body of Srimati Radharani. However, she does not touch anyone but the son of Nanda Maharaj. Tarbhave bhavita kodiyatmaman, tabe nija madhurya kodiyaswadan. I have now converted my body and mind into the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani. Thus I am tasting my own personal sweetness in that form. Tomartai amar kichu gupta nahi karma lukaile prema bole janasarva marma. Mahaprabhu then admitted to his pure devotee Ramananda Rai, now there is no confidential activity unknown to you. Even though I try to conceal my activities, you can understand everything in detail by virtue of your advanced love for me. Guptera ki ho kaha na koriyo prakash, amar batu cheshta loke upahas. The Lord then requested Ramananda Rai, keep all these talks a secret. Please do not expose them anywhere and everywhere. Since my activities appear to be like those of a madman, people may take them lightly and laugh. Ami ek batul, ami dvitiya batul. Ataiva tomaya mai hoy samatul. Mahaprabhu then said, indeed, I am a madman and you are also a madman. Therefore, we are on the same platform. He says, I am one madman and you are another madman. Ami ek batul, tumi dvitiya batul.
But for us it doesn't look like mad, right?
It's really mad too. Some kind of mad as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's beautiful.
Erup dashrachi Ramananda sange suke goaila Prabhu Krishna katarange. For 10 nights, Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai spent a happy time discussing the pastimes of Krishna. Niguda brajeras lila vichar aneko hilotar napailo par. The conversations between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu contain the most confidential subject matters, touching the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. Although they talked at great length about these pastimes, they could not reach the limit of discussion. Tamak kansa rupa sona ratna chintamani keho jadi kahapota paye kakani. Actually, these conversations are like a great mine, where from a single place one can extract all kinds of metals, copper, bell, metal, silver, and gold, and also touchstone, the basis of all metals. So this is an analogy of the gradation that has been given here, starting on a more superficial platform and going deeper and deeper. So this is a very nice analogy of different, more valuable, progressively more valuable types of metal. I'll just read this purport here. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives the following summary of the conversations between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramananda Rai replied to 5 questions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and these questions and their replies are recorded in verses 57 to 67. The first answer is compared to copper, the second to a better metal, bell metal, the third to a still better metal, silver, and the fourth to the best metal of all, gold. But the 5th answer is compared to the most valuable gem, touchstone, because it deals with unalloyed devotion, the ultimate goal of devotional life, and illuminates the preceding 4 subordinate answers. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur points out that in Brajabhumi there is the Jamuna river with its sandy banks. There are Kadamba trees, cows, Krishna's sticks with which he herds cows, and Krishna's flute. All of these belong to Shanta Ras, the mellow of neutrality in devotional service. There are also the direct servants of Krishna, such as Chitraka, Patraka, and Raktaka, and these are the embodiments of service in the mellow of servitude. There are also friends like Sridama and Sudama who embody service and fraternity. Nanda Maharaj and Mother Jashoda are the embodiments of parental love. Above all of these are Srimati Radharani and her assistants, the gopis, Lalita, Vishakha, and others who embody conjugal love. In this way, all five mellows, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya, exist eternally in Brajabhumi. They are also compared respectively to copper, bell metal, silver, gold, and touchstone, the basis of all metals. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami therefore refers to a mine eternally existing in Vrindavan, Brajabhumi. Very nice. Krame utaite se uttam vastu pai aiche prashno dar koilo Prabhu Ramarai. Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai worked like miners, excavating all kinds of valuable jewels, each one better than the other. Their questions and answers are exactly like that. Adodin Rai Pashe Vidai Magila Vidayer Kaleta de Agyadila. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begged Ramananda Rai to give him permission to leave, and at the time of farewell, the Lord gave him the following orders. Ishai chariyatumi jahanila chale amitirta koritaha asibo alpokale. Mahaprabhu told him, give up all material engagements and come to Jagannath Puri. I will return there very soon after finishing my tour and pilgrimage. Because Ramananda Rai, he's originally from Puri, or I don't know if it's exactly Puri, but in the area, in Orissa, maybe Bhubaneswar, I'm not exactly sure, but I think Puri. But because the Orissan government, they have some territory in South India, and so King Prataparudra has sent Ramananda as like the governor of that particular area of South India, where this meeting is taking place. So Mahaprabhu is telling him, give up all your work, and come and stay with me in Puri. Now I found a friend like you. I'm not going to let go. We will remain together forever, spend the rest of our days engaging in such talk.
So it's very interesting that in Mahaprabhu's dealings with Raghunath Das Goswami, every time Raghunath Das approached him, he sent him off.
Every time Raghunath
Das approached Mahaprabhu, he was sending him off, right? Like, no, your place is not with me, you have to go there. With Ramananda, he invites him. But he
immediately on their first meeting,
he encourages him to abandon the duty.
Yeah.
And with the Rupa, Sakar Malik.
Yeah, also Rup and Sanatan, Raghunath. Yeah.
Sakar Malik and the Virkas.
Yeah.
They're also saying, we want to abandon our duty and come to see you. And he says, no, you wait.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice you pointed that out, because there's a few points in that regard which really distinguish Ramananda Rai as a very, close associate of the Lord. Also in that, if you contrast Ramananda Rai with King Prataparudra, because basically they're, more, for all intents and purposes, they're in the same position, the same mode of life. They're both absorbed in material activity, material affairs, living like kings. But in the case of of Prataparudra, Mahaprabhu he refuses to see him. But Ramananda, in their first meeting, they embrace, and at the conclusion, Mahaprabhu tells him, come stay with me forever. So he completely disregards all these social considerations which are so important for him in relation to Prataparudra. So, yeah, Ramananda has a very special place. And then also in the case with Pradyumna Mishra, when Pradyumna Mishra goes to Mahaprabhu sends Pradyumna Mishra, this Brahmin, to hear from Ramananda, and Pradyumna sees Ramananda, because Ramananda he assists these Devadasis, these dancing girls, in performing drama for Lord Jagannath, and so Ramananda is touching them in intimate ways. And for someone who's supposed to be a devotee of the Lord, this doesn't appear congruent. And so Pradyumna is disturbed. But Mahaprabhu explains, no, you don't understand. Like, there's only one Ramananda. He's completely beyond the conception of male or female and such things. He's completely detached. There's nobody like him. So, very, very special place. And we can also mention this name, Ramananda, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, that Srila Saraswati Thakur gave that name to Srila Sridhar Maharaj. That's something we forget. Because he was originally given the name Ramendra Sundar, and he was Ramendra Chandra, his family name. But when he received initiation, Srila Saraswati Thakur changed it to Ramendra Sundar. And then, when Saraswati Thakur sent him to South India to discover where this conversation we're hearing, where it took place, Saraswati Thakur sent Srila Sridhar Maharaj to find that place, and he did. And at that time, Saraswati Thakur changed his name to Ramananda Das. And in a few places, at least 2 places we know of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he refers to himself in that way. Even after he'd taken sannyas and received a different name, he's signing himself with that name, Ramananda Das. He felt great affinity.
Which place he discovered?
Where this conversation took place, Kabur, on the
banks of Godavari.
Yeah. Yes, on the banks of the Godavari.
Yes, one of the most instructive chapters, right?
Yeah, the most we can say. Yeah.
And Ramananda Roy, in the last pastimes of Mahaprabhu, this intimacy with Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy and Gadadhar Pandit also. Oh no, then Mahaprabhu didn't go out. Did Mahaprabhu? Oh yeah, and Gadadhar Pandit. And who was the other? Who was there?
I mean, the principal ones were Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai, and Gadadhar, like little bit of distance.
Yeah.
And mostly those.
Do you know, is there any temple at that place now?
Yeah, there should be a Gaudiya Mat there, because Srila Sridhar Maharaj found the place and established the Padapit, the footprints of Mahaprabhu, as I understand.
And how far is that under Puri? South India.
Yeah, this is going further south, yeah. Yeah, I mean, my geography is terrible, you know. And then I believe after that, one of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's godbrothers established a Gaudiya Mat there. I mean, like 99% sure there was a Gaudiya Mat established there. maybe Srila Sridhar Maharaj himself, or maybe one of his godbrothers established him. Because there was another time, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he went, I think it was, he was returning there, and or maybe it was at the time when he discovered it. But in any case, there was a talk that Srila Sridhar Maharaj gave on the Ramananda Sambad, and his godbrothers were very impressed. And I think it was Ban Maharaj who said it was like the most, appreciable thing I've ever heard. It was a very, very extraordinary talk that he gave there on the Ramananda Sambad. Okay, well, there's just a few more verses to the end of the chapter, so I think we can finish. The two of us shall remain together at Jagannath Puri and happily pass our time discussing Krishna. Eta boli Ramanande koriyalingan tade gode pataya korilo shoyam. Mahaprabhu then embraced Ramananda Rai, and after sending him back to his home, the Lord took rest. Pratakale utti Prabhu deki Hanuman tade namash kori Prabhu dakine korilo prayam. After rising from bed the next morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the local temple where there was a deity of Hanuman. After offering him obeisances, the Lord departed for South India.
Oh, is that because it's his, is Hanuman the Ramananda's?
No, you're thinking of Ramchandra. Ramchandra. Purport: in almost all the cities and towns of India, there are temples of Hanumanji, the eternal servant of Lord Ramachandra. There is even a temple of Hanuman near Govindaji temple in Vrindavan. Formerly, this temple was in front of the Gopalji temple, but the Gopalji deity went to Orissa to remain as Shakshi Gopal. Being the eternal servant of Lord Ramachandra, Hanumanji has been respectfully worshipped for many hundreds and thousands of years. Here even Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu set the example in showing how one should offer respects to Hanumanji. Vidyapure nanamata lokavaise jata prabhu darshane vaishnav hoilo chadini jamata. All the residents of Vidyanagar were of different faiths, but after seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they abandoned their own faiths and became Vaishnavas. Ramananda hoila Prabhu virahe vival, Prabhu ardhyane rohe vishoy chadiya sakal. When Ramananda Rai began to feel separation from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was overwhelmed. Meditating on the Lord, he gave up all his material business. Sankepe kohilo Ramanander milan vishtari varnite nade sahasra vadam. I briefly described the meeting between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai. No one can actually describe this meeting exhaustively. It is even impossible for Lord Sheshanag, who has thousands of hoods. Sahaje Chaitanya Charitra Ganadukta Pur Ramananda Charitra Tahe Kanda Prachur. The activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are like condensed milk, and the activities of Ramananda Rai are like large quantities of sugar candy. Radha Krishna Lila Tate Karpur Milan Bhagyavan Jaise Koreyaswadam. Their meeting is exactly like a mixture of condensed milk and sugar candy. When they talk of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, camphor is added. One who tastes this combined preparation is most fortunate. Jai ha ekbar piye karna dwade tar karna lobeha charite na pade. This wonderful preparation has to be taken orally. If one takes it, he becomes greedy to relish it even further. Rasa tattva gyan hoy harshavane, prema bhakti hoy Radha Krishna charane. By hearing the talks between Ramananda Rai and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one becomes enlightened with the transcendental knowledge of the mellows of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Thus one can develop unalloyed love for the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Chaitanya Gura Tattva Janiha Hoite Vishwas Kori Shuno Tarka Nakari Ho Chitte. The author requests every reader to hear these talks with faith and without argument. By studying them in this way, one will be able to understand the confidential truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Alokika lile paramni guda vishwase paye tarke hoy bahudura. This part of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes is most confidential. One can derive benefit quickly only by faith. Otherwise, by arguing, one will always remain far away. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Advaita Charan Jahar Sarvasva Tade Miledan. He who has accepted as everything the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita Prabhu can attain this transcendental treasure and pleasure. Ramananda Raya Mor Koti Namaskar, Jar Muke Koilo Prabhu Rase Vishtar. I offer 10 million obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Ramananda Rai, because from his mouth much spiritual knowledge has been expanded by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Damodar Saruper Kadachanu Sade Ramananda Milandila Kodilo Prachade. I have tried to preach the pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's meeting with Ramananda Rai in accordance with the notebooks of Sri Sarup Damodar. Shri Rupa Raghunath Pade Jaras Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishna Das. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rup and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishna Das, narrate Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Srila Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. So that has completed chapter 8 of the Madhya Leela, Mahaprabhu's discussion with Ramananda Rai.
What is the next chapter?
Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's travels to the holy places. Would you like to sing, Didi?
Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama.
Hare Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govindara Sri Madhusudana.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Hidin Hari Gopinata Madana Mohan.
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Radha Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunatha. Jiva Gopala Bhatta Nasara Gunat. Ch.Ch. Gosai Kori Charana Vandana. Panchagras. Hadira Charana Sevi Bhakta Sane Masa. Janame Mohe Abhilash. Ch.Ch Gosai Jabe Vraje Koi No Bhas. Radha Krishna Nitya Nila Konila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Bhajai Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Kodiyasa. Hari Nam Sankirtan Kohe Narottamana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga Radha Giridhari Ji Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Shri Bhakti Nirmala Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai, the world devotees ki jai, Shri Hari Nam Sankirtan ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande.
Vishakha Devidasi ki jai.